Alright guys, so ever since the update where I went over the whole WB issue with the copyright and all that, the comments were naturally flooded, mostly people understanding what I'm talking about. There was a few outliers, but again, overwhelmingly people understand and are positive about what I was saying in the decision. Many of you in the comments and directly messaged me on social media apps, and some even emailed us to give us some suggestions that I'm going to cover in this video and see what you guys are saying and maybe cover some of why I'm still apprehensive to cover anything WB going forward, and why I have already deleted tons of videos and will continue to do so over the next week. So first up, I want to talk about it from a fan perspective. You guys know I'm a diehard DC fan. I've made that very clear. You know, for some of you to follow me on like TikTok and stuff and whenever I remember to post, you've seen my extensive collection of DC stuff. And, you know, I get a rep for This Guy Hates the Dark Knight trilogy, yet my living room is literally like a shrine to that film. You know, I got the Hot Toys tumbler, I got all the Hot Toys, you know, I spent equal amounts of money on Marvel and DC, because I love both and I want to see both prosper. You guys remember, I made videos in the past where I talk about DC when I used to be live on camera, and I would have a DC product behind me, and they would flag it for it. They would flag a product and not let us put the video up or block it in countries because Batman was behind me, and it was mind-blowing, and they never did anything about it, which is why we just try to find ways around it. The latest situation is even worse because they just don't care. You can love something, talk about it, you can criticize it. Sony and Marvel seem to not care. They take it to heart. I know people from all the companies that actively watch the channel. I've talked to them. WB, for some reason, does not care. And many of you have suggested, such as what you're seeing in this video, why don't you just use video game clips and still talk about DC? And that's a good idea. And I'm actually going to put up an email right here, one of the specific emails that kind of structure down some of what many of you were saying. I'm not going to post your email or anything, but you know who you are who said this, and here's the suggestions. The first one, this was the one that most people suggested, and I laugh. Use Marvel footage. And there's nothing DC can do about it. And that's true. But, again, that just feels, I don't know, it feels so weird to me. Does that make sense? It just doesn't feel right to talk about, hey, here's why I'm excited for Batman. Watch this video of Ant-Man. Right? Marvel's not going to care. They're going to be happy their product is out there, which is why they don't copyright or anything. Same with Sony. But, you know, it's the principle of it and wanting to talk about DC and my love for these characters. Next up, use still frames from comics, films, TV shows instead. So you guys know we used to do that in the past and review comic books. The reason we don't review comic books anymore, one, it's something that I don't want to keep up with all the time. Two, WB did the same thing with comics and still images. So even if we use still images, it's still not allowed. So, you know, that's added a question as well. The next one, make DC videos related videos by videos of you in front of a camera. So you guys know I used to do that, and unfortunately the camera I had, it just stopped working, and it was a more expensive camera, and unfortunately to replace that camera with all the correct sound setup and everything I would need, it's gonna be expensive, and at the same time, it's very costly. Like, to get the camera to do that, and still, I've even had videos where it was me just talking to a camera, literally get copyrighted, and I've tried to say, no, it's just me on a camera, and they're like, no, infringing. Okay, alright, I guess they own me. Next up, use gameplay footage from DC games, perhaps avoid cutscenes just in case. Maybe people have suggested something like this that I'm doing now. Just show games I'm playing, because I'm always recording footage, or it's always being recorded on like Xbox or my PC with NVIDIA or, you know, PlayStation 5 or whatever, and I just end up saving a bunch of it for members videos, and people have suggested, why not do that? Again, if I have to go through these loopholes to talk about wanting DC to succeed and my love for DC, and they actively do not want me to show their products, to show my love for it, to even show you guys my Batman collection, like the Hot Toys collection or my Blu-rays or anything like that, because they don't want me talking about it, why should I go around and use footage of something like God of War or Halo games or something like that, which I'm always playing, right? Or Call of Duty, and then talk about my love for DC, knowing that DC hates my guts, that WB hates my guts, and the first sign of anything, at any moment, they could just go, yeah, we're copywriting this. You didn't show anything, but that's cool. We've done it before. Whatever. You know, it's cool. Like, it's just disappointing to be a fan of this company, to try to root for DC Comics, especially the last couple months when the fans are out there making hate videos, threats, putting on the most disgusting, like, thumbnails and everything. They're fine. They're not going after them. But they're going after me, who genuinely just is literally backing up this company. Honestly, I feel like I shouldn't talk about them, even if in a video like this, just God of War or other games gameplay, and I'm just talking about their product, because they really just don't want me to appreciate them. And I don't get it. I've been invited by them before to WB. I've talked with some people there. They literally paid for my tickets and everything to fly to WB to talk to them. And I had to miss it because of the passing of my grandfather. But then they do this. I don't get it.